Hello, everyone. Don't let this title fool you. The word sacrifice is derived from sacer, meaning sacred. A sacrifice may be part of a religious ritual or rite that is meant to honor a god or the spirits of the departed. For those that do practice it for religious purpose, sacrifice of animals is protected according to the U.S. Constitution, as long as the sacrificed animal is not tortured and the animal is consumed afterwards. Religious sacrifice has a very long history. In ancient times, sacrifice was accepted as part of daily life. Many cultures have used sacrifice as a way to appease the gods or to pay tribute to their religion. It was something that had been practiced around the world by many cultures, sometimes with brutal consequences. For instance, the ancient Canaanites believed that their bull-headed sun god Moloch demanded many sacrifices. Once a year, parents would line up their firstborns to offer them as a sacrifice to the bull-headed god. The statue was built to look like a huge bull man. Sacrifices were placed in the hands of the god statue and raised to the mouth, where they fell into the burning fires inside the statue. People danced around below the statue and played flutes and tambourines to drown out the sounds of the screaming. To them, it was honorable to sacrifice to their god, but for us in modern day society, acts like this seem very violent. A religion today using the rite of animal sacrifice is Santeria. The word Santeria means the way of the saints. This is a traditional Afro-Caribbean religion based on elements of Catholicism. Sacrifices of small animals, such as chickens, are a part of their religious rites or initiations. Those who practice Santeria claim to treat their sacrifices in a humane manner, and I actually have quite a few friends that are, and they do. The beliefs of Santeria are based on Orisha, who must continually be fed through ritual sacrifice. The Orisha spirits represent the Santeria version of God. Since Santeria uses elements of Christianity, they claim that sacrifices to God have been practiced for many centuries. The Santeria religion is protected and allowed to sacrifice during ritual according to the U.S. and the Canadian Constitution. Santeria is a very beautiful religion that includes colorful clothing, drums, music, chants, and dance. There is always a strong ancestral presence around the santeros and santeras. Unfortunately, religions like Santeria, such as Palomayombe, Hoodoo, Voodoo, Kambisa, and Briyumba, are all too often labeled as satanic when they have nothing to do with Satanism. Many times it has been investigated as a possible satanic sacrifice when the two are not even related. So this leads to the question, why is sacrifice so often related to Satanism? To explore this, you have to understand the impact that satanic panic has had over people for centuries, even since Christianity became the favored religion in our society. Those who are not part of the Christian cult are often labeled as evil and associated with acts like sacrifice. The main focus of the satanic panic in the 80s was based on the activities of supposed satanic cults. Speculations and lies heightened the fears of the public and raised a false awareness about cults and Satanism in general. All too often, when these types of cases are investigated, it is found that there is no evidence to any real connection to Satanism. It provides a scapegoat for those who want to act out in antisocial ways and for those who are mentally unstable, who blame it on Satanism as a convenient way to explain their behaviors. Those who are Satanists today would generally agree that ritual sacrifice is not part of satanic practices, Many Satanists will cite the 11 Satanic Rules of the Earth written by Anton LaVey, which states, "Do not kill any non-human animal except for food." Even those who are not LaVeyan Satanists generally agree with those words in the Satanic Bible. Most Satanists who are law-abiding citizens would agree with this statement. A practicing Satanist, knowing that these things are against humanity and that they are illegal, would not participate in these occult crimes. With the general Christian perception that sacrifice is common in Satanism, it is not unusual for those who are uneducated on the history of Satanism to follow along with a Christian view on what Satanists practice. This is unfortunate, as it feeds into what Christians say about us, and it really has nothing to do with Satanism at all. Have a good night, everybody.